Hi friends, in this video tutorial I'm going to show you how to create this beautiful and easy peasy pattern which you can use in many projects like sweaters, scarves, hats and whatever you like. This is a versatile pattern. You can adjust it to your liking. For example, you can knit fewer rows of stockinette stitch or more rows of this pattern. It's really up to you. It's not difficult, it's very easy. So please let me show you how to knit it. Let's go. For this tutorial I'm going to use my acrylic yarn, and the size of my needles is 10, which corresponds roughly to size 3. The first thing that I'm going to do is to cast on my stitches. I am going to cast on 23 stitches. If you watch my tutorial, you will see that I always drop the first 2 stitches, and out of those 21 stitches, I'm going to use 2 stitches for the edges, and the pattern will be the remaining 19 stitches. Please let me cast on my stitches and I will meet you then. So I have cast on the stitches I need. Now I'm ready to start knitting the first row. This is the wrong side and I'm going to purl the stitches. First I'm going to slip the first stitch, which is my edge stitch, and now I'm going to purl all the other stitches until I reach the end of the row. So please purl your stitches. I'm going to meet you 2 stitches before the end because I'm going to drop these 2 stitches. Of course, you don't have to do this if you didn't cast on the stitches the way I do. So I'm here at the end of the row. I'm going to drop my last 2 stitches. I always do this. Now I'm ready to start working my second row. This is the right side of the pattern, and actually for the first 5 rows what I'm going to knit is the stockinette stitch, meaning that now I need to knit this row and then I'm going to purl and knit again. So my first stitch is my edge, so I'm just slipping it onto the right needle, and now I'm going to knit all the stitches until I get to the last one. The last one I'm going to purl because that is my edge stitch. So please knit this row until you get to your last stitch and I will meet you then. So here I am, this is my last stitch. This one I'm going to purl for my edges. In one of my next tutorials I'm going to show you how to knit straight edges, but I didn't want to confuse you now. So now I'm on my 3rd row, and what I need to do again is to purl the stitches. I'm going to slip the first stitch, which is my edge, and I'm going to purl the rest of the stitches. I'm going to purl the last one, but that one is my edge. So please meet me at the end of the row. Here I am, this is my last stitch. I'm going to purl this one as well, but it's an edge stitch. And I'm ready to turn and work my 4th row. So now again I'm going to knit my stitches. As you see, I'm creating a stockinette stitch. So I'm slipping the first stitch and I'm knitting all the rest. I'm going to continue in this way. I'm going to knit all the stitches except the last one, which I'm going to purl because that one is an edge stitch. I reached the last stitch. I'm going to purl it and I'm turning to knit the next row. This is the wrong side of the pattern, so now I'm going to slip the first stitch and purl all the rest stitches. So please do it and I will meet you then. At the end of the row again, here I'm just going to purl the edge stitch. Now I'm ready to turn. This is my right side of the pattern, and now I'm going to start creating the next part of the pattern. What I will do is this: I'm going to alternate my stitches by purling and knitting. So this is my edge. Now I'm going to purl the stitch, knit one, purl one, knit one, purl one, knit one, and I will continue like this until I get here, 2 stitches before the end, to show you what to do there. So please meet me there. 2 stitches before the end of the 6th row. My previous stitch is a knit stitch, as you can see, and now I'm going to purl this one, which is a part of the pattern, and I'm going to purl the last one, which is my edge. Now I'm ready to turn and create my 7th row. I'm ready to start my 7th row. I'm slipping this stitch onto the right needle, and now what you need to do is to knit the knit stitches and purl the purl stitches. So here, this is a knit stitch. I'm going to knit it, and the next one is a purl stitch, which I'm going to purl. Knit, purl, knit, purl, knit, and I will continue in this way until I get to the last stitch. So here I'm at the end. This stitch I'm going to purl because it's my edge stitch, and now I'm ready to turn and work my next row. So now I'm ready to start knitting my 8th row in the same way. I'm going to purl the purl stitches and knit the knit stitches. So at the end of the 8th row, although this is a purl stitch, I'm purling the last one because it's the edge. So in this way I have finished one repeat of the pattern. This is the right side of the pattern. Now I need to start all over again, meaning that I will knit 5 rows of stockinette stitch by purling, knitting, purling, knitting and purling again, and then I will knit this part of the pattern which is created by purling and knitting the stitches of the pattern. So now I'm ready to start knitting the second repeat of the pattern. I'm going to start by knitting the 9th row on the wrong side, and what I'll do is to slip my first stitch and purl the stitches up to the end of the row. The last one, as we always say, it's our edge stitch. So please let me finish and I will meet you then. I have finished my 9th row. I'm on the 10th row on the right side of the pattern, the second row of the second repeat. Again, I'm going to knit my stitches, except the last one, which is the edge stitch, and that one I'm going to purl. So please do it and I will meet you then again. ready to knit my 11th row, which is on the wrong side, and because of this I'm going to purl all the stitches. So please let me do it and I will meet you then. Of course, the first stitch is the edge stitch, which I'm going to slip, and the rest I'm going to purl. Finished this row, again I'm on the right side and I'm going to knit my stitches. First I'm slipping the first stitch onto the right needle and I'm knitting the rest except the last one. Again, please let me finish this row and I will meet you then. Now I'm ready to start my next row, which is the last row of the stockinette stitch. I'm slipping the first stitch and purling all the remaining stitches. When I finish this row, I'm going to start knitting the next part of the pattern on the right side. So I have finished with my edge stitch, and now I need to create this part of the pattern, meaning that what I'll do is first I'm going to slip my first stitch onto the right needle, and now I'm going to purl one and knit one, purl one and knit one, purl one and knit one, and I will continue in this way until I finish all this part of the pattern. And the next thing I'll do is to start repeating the pattern. So please let me knit a few more rows of the pattern and I will meet you then. So this is how the pattern looks like. I have knitted 2 repeats plus the 5 rows of the stockinette stitch. This is the right side and this is the wrong side. Also an interesting pattern. I hope you liked my tutorial. If you did, please leave a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching. Bye for now and see you soon in one of my next tutorials. Bye!